Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin. Hello, people. We have a Gerry, Demons Up Crispin, Orinoco, and the Wonky Goblin, who is not possibly bannervading. Redverse, hello.
How are you possibly bannervading? Is it because you're wonky?
I think
But
he said last time when Twitch was alerting me that he had changed his username for some reason, so...
Oh, wow. I'll teach you. Probably changed it from,
The Wanking Goblin.
Well, I wasn't going to say that. I see you did, so that's okay.
Hello, Ewok Kebab.
Hi, Crispin.
Crispin had some great wankings. That's great for everybody who's wanking off right now. Enjoy. Wanking off is healthy.
Nice. Make hamburger country. Not to be said for it. It's like a 20-second delay on Twitch today. That's fucking outrageously long.
Well, the upload seems fine. Well, whatever Twitch is doing. Changed it from Worm Food UK. Okay.
I mean, that would kind of make more sense. But at the same time.
Well, let's grab a drink.
Yes. Oh, way ahead of you. I've got Bon from Errigal Brewing Company. Weissbier. Temps Cran chez Necron. Apparently. Our beer is brewed on the Wild Atlantic Way, where Timmy Mallet is. Visit our HQ at Castlin or Hotel. J Maritatus, as the man says in France. It's lovely. It's a really nice one. I heartily recommend anybody who's got this. Fucking go nuts. I've also picked up a couple of other beers, but no weird names today. Well, kind of a weird name. The weirdest I've got, bands obviously just white and Irish. As Gaeliga.
Since
I
you were here last week.
Yep. You're hammering the fucking brown stuff, were you?
Things have arrived.
Oh. I've got pure Founded. These nuts. I don't have to wait like 20 minutes for that. Oh, hang on, I just opened Discord. That would show me what you're waving at me, wouldn't it? Oh, you got with Mark Skeletons?
Yes. They showed up.
You know what the weird thing is?
Yes.
I was looking through some stuff today and I seen with the archive. Oh fuck. Can't remember the username. JMS Stockwell.
The one who's in chat right now.
Mentioning back in March saying that I was wrong, that those skeletons weren't shit. And I stick to that. They are shit. They're horrible. The Wargames Factory skeletons rank up there with all the other skeletons. They're
I'm going to enjoy myself.
Oh, you enjoy it. I'll enjoy not having to ever touch those fucking things again. It's so good not having to touch them. It's so good.
That's going to be a video. Careful when you dry brush them. I found this Osmark skeleton to be a little fragile. Wow.
Oh, they're nothing compared to the Wargames Factory skeletons, Demon. If you want fragile, you just need a better plastic cement, to be brutally honest. You should get yourself Plasti-Weld from EMA.
Ben says, kit bash the 2 sets, maybe you'll get a just okay experience.
Oh, man. If memory serves, the factory ones are so incredibly thin, I don't think you could actually kit bash them with anything else. It's like everything they made, just the worst. Their Vikings were terrible, their War of Independence stuff is horrible, their Samurai is shocking. What else did they make? Sci-fi. Did sci-fi? It's fairly fucking god-awful. I've still got 2 boxes of those bastards in this roof space that'll never get made. They just did an awful lot of wank. I think they may have even done Greeks.
Ooh,
they were just appalling.
Off to a bad start. Flashing all over the place.
Oh, I mean, the flashing's the least of your worries. You get that off with a brass brush. Let's give it a little rubby scrub. War Games Foundry.
Let me see.
Oh, that's the correct way of doing it, Ewok. I think Lloyd has a full army of War Games Factory samurai / warlord samurai that put him off so much he's never fucking assembled them.
Voila!
Well,
Well,
trapping and killing borrowers is good, though.
I'm going to enjoy making the video, even if I'm going to curse and swear a lot potentially. But
Oh, yeah.
that's for future me to worry about.
I look forward to your soul being crushed. It's good. It's good times.
There's no soul to be crushed, so I'm safe on that front.
The good thing is, Redverse, he doesn't have to worry about no shields on the samurai. So that was an army that he could have just got stuck into immediately. No shields to worry about. Just bam, in there.
And just in case I need something as a palate cleanser after all the Skellyborbs.
Look at this, son. You've travelled like 35 million miles just to fucking hit me in the eye. You can't. Oh, the concrete's never drying, Redverse. Don't worry about that. Have you ran off, Tim?
No.
You're very quiet otherwise.
Yeah. I was just showing what the kids at home what I'm having as a palate cleanser after this.
Frostgrave cultists. So I need a third screen just so I can not have to deal with the 20-second delay.
Oh, and another thing. Hold on. This is going to get messy.
Oh, how messy is that?
Very, unfortunately.
The Crown and the Imperium for Armoured Clash, Tales of Clashing Armour.
Yes, yes.
I've done something and made the fucking chat disappear. Find the chat again. Well done, me. You'll do them after Rome. Yeah, Zorg. Yeah, that's never happening. Dave's got the Harefoots and Wart Noses arriving from North Star.
That's some kind of code.
It's the Halfling / Goblin jousting game.
Okay. I need to up my sleeve. It's getting warm in here.
No, I don't think the skellies look awful when made up. I just think the assembly is overly engineered to the extent that I can't be arsed. Having to attach feet to ankles is a step too much, and I've no fucking clue why they did that. Because other models have feet. Presumably it was to stop softening of the detail on the bones due to the side tooling being required, but I wouldn't have cared if the feet looked a little stretched or distended, because you get that anyway, and just going, oh no, it's not made up of 15 metacarpal bones. It's like 5 long, thin ones instead. That's fine. I don't think anybody would care.
It'll be an experience for myself.
Yes. Been reading the Witcher books, and the elves are very racist. Well, there you go. See, even the Witcher news. The elves are racist. I've never read the Witcher books. I've played the
Witcher game.
Well, I've played the introduction to the Witcher game. You know, the tutorial bit where it shows you how to run around and roll on the floor and stuff. Done that.
I've listened to the audiobooks.
Can't be arsed. Can't be arsed anymore. I bought myself a present. It was only £75. A bottle of Belfast Whiskey Week from 2021. I've no idea what the fuck this was. But I was sitting in the...
the event?
Well, it was during the event, so I'm assuming Belfast Whiskey Week never actually happened. But it's a 10-year-old whiskey aged in oak and bourbon barrels. And then when I asked to have a look at it, it was a Swedish single malt bottled exclusively for Belfast Whiskey Week from MacLeod Svensk Whiskey, which is, something. So I go, what the fuck is this? So I asked my team Swede, and their response was, I think that distillery shut down. I'm going, where has this? The off license has 2 branches, you see, one in Antrim and then one little village down the road. And every now and again, they bring stuff from the little village up to the Antrim store, which is bigger. And presumably this has been sitting for the last 4 years with nobody going near it. And I'm going, well, I'll just have that for me. I'll keep it for a special occasion, like when I want a drink.
Evening, Jill, and everybody who wandered in while
today.
I was showing off boxes.
Because today I've got a cognac finished McConnell's whiskey instead to try. Did I spend 130 quid on whiskey today? Maybe I did. But in my defense, I like alcohol. So otherwise I'd have wasted it.
Zorg, why should I be in the cuddly jacket? Just because assembly of some plastic miniatures? I don't
Why
think so.
would you say that, Ewok? Why would you say that?
Because he's a bad person.
Mm.
A very bad one. A naughty, naughty, naughty. So, speaking of naughty people who actually do a hobby...
Filthy bastards.
Shall we show the kids at home what other people are up to?
Sure, why not? If only for...
tightly scripted 30 minutes?
Sake of brevity, I suppose. Or anything else?
Taking on Bonespire. So 144 artist. I'm guessing that's Reaper's Bones he's talking about?
Yes. This has been ongoing. I think he may have even got a butt of Benjamin at some point for some of his work. But it's mostly a case of using the Reaper figures to test color schemes and paint schemes, including speed paint, contrasty, expressy paints, that sort of thing. And there's a couple of nice ones in here. I mean, the Spyro is quite cute. The massive red anus on it is, I mean...
It's a tailgate.
It's particularly envenoming. Fuck, seriously, fuck off, son. You absolute gypsy bastard. Fuck me. Yes, look at it. Look at that, coming at you like a baboon, all red raw, moving with pace. Also, who picked that name, Redverse? Somebody somewhere where we need a cream that gets rubbed onto your sore backside. What are we going to call it? Inasol. Okay then. But the
well, it says it does what it says on the tin, so well.
It really fucking does, yeah. the pest resistance, I think for me is a couple down. We're going to see like an amble next, where he's used the mixable potential to do natural colouring, realistic skin tonies, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, on some sort of amble looking fuck. However, it's the big zombie dragon he's done. It's just sweet to the beat.
He looks not well.
He's fine. He's just a bit he's just had to do his leaving cert. He's a bit perplexed. But yeah, I really like what he's done with the zombie dragon. Breaking out the speedy, contrasty, inky paints. Yeah, the model's really nice as well. I don't know if that's a 75mm square, so if that's tightenable for Kings of War. It looks bigger than 75 to me, and knowing how ridiculous some of the Reaper dragons are, that could even be a fucking 100mm square, who knows. Yeah, I mean, weirdly I'm a big proponent of come here, you bastard. The Dagrons from Archon, because they're really nice hard plastic Dagrons, and they're only like 25 quid. And while they may not be as ridiculously big as a Reaper one, they will fit neatly onto a 75mm square for ranking up for Kings of War, which is all I need in my life. But I do really like the detail he's managed to get in there with the scalery, the rotting flesh, the suppurating wounds.
Yeah.
Suppurating's a good word. We should use that word more, I feel. If I had one problem with his project, because he does say, doing this to test things, if people are planning on painting Reaper bones, or because so many more companies are using bones-like material for board game miniatures and shit like that. So it's a good way of seeing what works, what doesn't, and how we can do shit. My only concern or quandary would be he doesn't list the paints. So you can't go in and go, oh, really nice zombie dragon, I'm fucking stealing that. Now you've got to message him. Which, to be fair, I mean, you can't do that. I believe you just have to wait in Weekender until he comes along to comment, and then just jump on him then. Because there's no other way there's no other way I can think of where you can actually
tell us your secrets.
Have a conversation with him.
Tell us now.
That's right, by the way. I think that came with a fucking Army Painter paint set. Set him over there, because I'm not getting up there.
It's a very long-running project, and yes, he has gotten a bolt and gutton.
Yes, but ding. The dingly butts.
No, don't remind me of dangly bits on butts. That reminds me of Warren's story about his dingly butts.
Was it? Thought he was trying to squeeze a fart out and popped a hemorrhoid instead.
Yeah, that's the one.
Like a fucking casserole down there.
That caught me off guard, and I'm not getting rid of that. It lives rent-free in my head now.
Smooth on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Armadillo.
And a genie. Genie.
Yes, a gin. Not a fan of gin. Much prefer my whiskies.
But
Yo.
I never tried gin. I think.
I don't think you're missing anything. As I point out, why would I want gin? I'm not an 80-year-old Victorian woman in London.
Well, I might be. We never know.
Good. He's got a Harlequin jet bike for a chest.
He's a transformer. He folds his leg behind his ears, and then he's a jet bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the executioner. But yeah, it's just a really nice project showing what you can do using the thingy things. And I hope to, at some point, actually do that. Not with Reaper Bones. I mean, most of my Reaper Bones are still sitting in the box from the very first Kickstarter where I went, why the fuck have I bought these? And thankfully never bought any others.
Because they were cheap?
Yeah, it was the first Bones. It was like, fuck it, I'll throw all the money at them and then get this massive box of stuff arrived at the house, or a couple of boxes. I was like, what the fuck am I going to do with all these? So much random piss in a box. So then when they did Bones 2 and Bones 3 and Bones 725 and all the rest, you're going, yeah, I'm just not going to bother. You do you, folks. You fund whatever the fuck you want to fund. You've literally sickened me with plastic. That doesn't happen often.
People will fund things that say TTRPG.
I'm impressed that stayed in, to be brutally honest, considering Justin. I imagine
he didn't do much anything but just a little scratchy.
Well, did he leave in the bit about digital wank RPGs?
Yes.
You know, that considering any time we say anything even remotely, I said enough of this gay banter one day, which is a phrase.
Yeah,
it's a real phrase in English. And when we finished recording, his first question was, do I need to cut that bit out about the gay? I'm going, no, it's a real phrase in English. Gay means fun and frivolity. Gay banter is happy chat.
Yeah.
No, but that's the level he's at. If anything is either borderline funny, he immediately thinks it must be too risque for anybody to see ever. So
Well,
me and Ben were
it's-
having a whale of a time this weekend or past, to be brutally honest. As people may have noticed, we were just chuckling our fucking socks off.
No, nobody noticed. I'm pretty sure.
We had a dose of the sillies.
Oh, fucking hell. We hadn't had that one of those.
Triumph Halfling Ramajam. Oh, is that
Off
like
you
a
go.
Triumph Herald?
Go
Oh,
play in traffic,
but
you little wank monkey.
if he's not here trying to sell things on Twitch, then Putin's going to send him to the front line in Ukraine.
Well, not my problem, is it?
To be fair, though, the back line is probably the front line these days as well, due to the excessive dronage that has been snuck in there. God bless them.
Oh, have you seen the video with a woman totally off her minds because a lorry broke down on the highway?
No, missed that one. It was good. It was good times.
Yeah, it was basically a day after the attack, and it was a video, and the woman stopped 100 meters behind the broken down lorry and screamed into a telephone, and the subtext was, "Here's a broken down lorry and terrorists, and come help!" Hysteria. Which is
Nice. Nice,
how
nice,
scared
nice,
must your
nice.
people be that any broken down lorry triggers a tantrum?
Pretty much, Lloyd. Pretty much. Well, I mean, pardon them, I think, is the phrase. I feel I can bear their suffering and paranoia with good grace. So, it's good times. Good times in the can. But anyway, yes. 12 score artist, or whatever it is. No, it scores 20, isn't it?
12 square?
Yeah. You do you, son. But, feel free to copy Hazy Boy and just take pictures of the paints next time. Next, we're going to take a look at some the Alliance. It's only a little one, Little Kings of War one.
Kings of War.
Kingly Wars.
JPC 340. Is that a new name? I think.
Yes, exciting and new. Bought an amber set and planning on painting some little things. So, I mean, they only started in April. The initial was just sort of spray and dry brush for the hooker bit your tongue off thing, or whatever it is the kids do.
Flip chop.
That's the one. But started to do some base coating on there. By heck, they've gone for some bright poppy colours on the old blue. I'm assuming we'll see a heavy white dry brush over that blue to make it look icy. But he might throw me a curveball. Maybe not. Who knows? Knows. But it's just nice to see another Kings of War player on the go. I've got Kings of War
really
champions,
blue.
which I'll have to unbox in the not too distant future. Darsky Abandon. Your game. Hi, Tauros. But yeah, just a little update for what they're doing. However, since they are exciting and new, I thought I'd aim people in their direction.
Yeah,
just so
maybe people are now.
They don't feel
them.
alone. Yes.
Dave says, I think he's further along than my few dwarves I started 3 years ago.
Oh, don't even, mate. I mean, every now and again I look at my fucking... It doesn't really matter. We were talking about Warpath the other day and Firefight, and I pointed out that I've got two 2,000-point Warpath armies from the alpha version of the game. And they're about to release the new version in 6 mil. It's like, how fucking far behind am I? Thankfully, I can still use the other stuff for Firefight, but I mean, between those and the ogres and the dwarves and all the rest, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah,
and the scariest message of all.
Nah, it's not scary, is it?
I wouldn't have thought so. Certainly not. That
and nobody
mentions
mentions conquest armies here now.
Yep. Well, it never scared me anyway. Because I fucking did mine. Oh, speaking of conquest armies, I know the answer, but since he's in the crowd, Hazy Boy brought his Conquest 100 Kingdoms cavalry army to the tournament at UKGE. How'd you get on with your cavalry filth? We've got to wait 20 seconds for him to hear that, and then like 20 seconds to formulate a thing, so we could probably push on to the next.
Yeah.
While we're waiting, because of the fucking ridiculous delay on Twitch. Anyway, so yes, well done, JPC 340. Keep up the Kings of Warry good work.
Deadly has doing a purpley dead one.
Yep, doing his death. Bit lady death with white hair, but maybe all female reapers are white haired. I don't know. But
Oh, he told us he was badly beaten. He couldn't even win the wooden spoon.
it's harsh, very harsh. Yes, I see that. I do see that. How did you find the skin tone paint set? Just to save me having to read, because I really like it. I like the 3 shades, which you can wash over, and I like the pearlescent tones that you can add to get your highlights. There's a lot of possibilities with mixing and matching and changing around what pearlescent tone is used with what base color. The only thing I've noticed, though, and I think, I don't know if they've done a new one for Fnatic. Mine dried very satin, very shiny, but then when you put their washes on, their washes are so matte. I think it's deliberate to get the pooling wicking away from your highlights, and then the wash mats it all down. Yeah, I will find a link. The thing is, you can kind of mix them whatever way you want, but I found one guy had done this really nice guide where they were going, you want to do Indian skin tone, use this, this, and this. You want to do, it was all done using a barbarian model. Oh, look, rock knots. I've got some of them sitting right beside me.
Some of them sitting right in front of me.
Skin tone.
And I'm waiting for the next iteration.
You're waiting for the next who, the where, the what, the when?
Well, the next Kickstarter that's getting made.
There
or
we go.
Potentially buying tiny fighting miniatures.
Go, go, go! A squad, fucking get in there. Tell the cunts to move aside. Now, for some reason, he's painted all of these on what appears to be some sort of bar of chocolate. But it does go into some nice bits about, use this with that and mix him with the other. You just scroll down to the chocolate bar bits. Nobody cares about the rest.
Oh, now I see what you mean.
Romance skin tone tutorial still on. It should be. Should be. You can ignore the right-hand side, which is some weird company. But below that gives you a sort of nice breakdown of what you can do and how you can mix X and Y and blah 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 blah, and the toners and all the rest. So yeah, it's a nice little overview. But yeah, I do think just fucking around is a better way of doing it. So yes.
Plus, since that is from 2021, some of
Sure.
the paints potentially not existent anymore.
No, if he's bought the skin tone set, they exist. Again, I don't care about the right hand side because it's that weird company. But the skin tone set from Army Painters is the whole set. So
I see.
Whether you want to do some pale Icelandic or some ashen, dusky skin tone, right through to you've been baked in the sun for 10,000 years, Aboriginal Australian. You can do everything in that. Where's the green? Listen here, possible ban evader. Yeah, enough of that. Enough of that. But yeah, really like the bits and pieces Dan's been working on, including the big, ridiculous Rascal Town stuff,
Yeah,
where there is more, but it was in last year's side projects. So if people want to see other ones, they've got to go back to 2024. There does appear to be a squirrel in a basket, though.
goblins are reddish brown. TSR said so. And I think orcs in whatchamacallit, Lord of the Rings also.
Lord of the Things. Yes.
More brownish than green than anything.
Yes. That makes sense.
Since Amanda just stumbled into our little corner of the internet.
Sauntered in while nobody was looking, thinking we wouldn't notice.
Yes. We noticed. Hello. That's a project.
Oh, noticed.
Dirty Wolf. Dirty Wolf? Dirty Wolf. What?
Dirty Wolf.
Aren't they usually called dire wolves?
Dirty. Very dusty cups.
Very naughty cubbies.
This continues Amanda's obsession with oil and grim dark styley painting, where you can just slap it on wherever, rub it off, and fertile with it for days / weeks / months until you get to a position that you're happy with. Then you go, yep, this will do now. Now just leave it another 20 to 30 weeks and it'll be all dry. It's a good way of painting. I fear with my paint speed, even oils would not be slow enough drying for me to finish.
You'd need some paint retarder.
I would need all the retards. Maybe leave it in a fridge overnight or something. I'm not sure how it would work. I really like, and I think I said this in the Disco chat anyway, I really like how Bohode, I don't know how it's pronounced, has come out with the oil wash on her. It's really tied it together beautifully. I just think, wow, mine could look like that if I found the box that it was in from that Kickstarter. And then, that being said, I give Lena a load of stuff out of that box, so it's entirely possible I don't own her anymore. It's just like, yeah, take whatever you want. I'm never painting them. But there, I mean, you can see the contrast there from that one above the wolf to the oily finished one.
Definitely, that's a sad note to start the stream on. Getting made redundant.
That's a kick in the spuds.
Yeah.
Is your job going to end up on Temu like that fella's fucking miniatures?
I'm looking forward to that 3D printing is shiz episode.
Oh, fucking 100% going all in on that. It may even be this week because I was going to do another 3D printing thing instead because we're sort of alternating between indie and 3D printing, so I don't have to suffer 3D printing every week. And the idea of being able to go, here's a great company. This company's so good that Temu have stole their fucking models and are selling them off as their own. The little bastards. So
yeah, it's not nice. Not nice.
Ah, of course they do. All that for a handful of rice and any kicks they can't dodge. I mean, it's all good in the hood. Now's the time to do the decent thing and lift as much stuff from the office as you can. Just fill your pockets.
Yeah,
Don't
office
stop
supplies are meant to be stolen, just like...
Yep, keyboards, towers, any of that.
Well, just on a side note, headsets, keyboard, and mice, so everything you have a personal... basically what you touch with your skin should be to be taken with you. Because there's no use in keeping that at the company. before handing that out to somebody else, they would have to make a deep clean, which is more expensive than buying a new one.
Makes sense. I, for one, am on board with this.
Yeah,
Be
just go
careful what you
around
touch with your
office,
skin.
lick anything
Just
you
licking
want.
everything. It's mine now. I've licked it.
I licked it. You don't want it? It's mine.
We do with that projector.
Just don't lick the lens.
Sure, it'll wipe off eventually. But yeah, I'd be interested to see where the Wolfie goes, because presumably we're going to get dry brushy highlights over the top of the fur again, then to sort of tie the colours back together. Amanda, I imagine.
We're guessing. Did
As if
I?
it comes to a deep clean, I mean, why would they? I wouldn't. Dun, 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 dun. Every now and again, I disappear on OBS on the Twitchy stream. It's quite
Yeah,
good.
it's my bad when I need to pull up a different what you call it window. That's
Okay. It's a feature.
depends on what you call it feature.
Call that a feature. I call those
I-
glasses absolutely fucking stinking as well. Let's see if I can click these enough to
Does the
squint
same
through.
rule apply to all people who lick Justin's head?
Yes. In fact, we insist you take him with you.
But you need to feed him well.
Oh,
That
I'm
means
not worried about
feed him
that.
greens.
Once he's gone, it's your responsibility. And we all run off like Malcolm in the Middle after they kill Lewis. It's over, kids. We're free. Nope. No, if anything, they are in many ways worse than not wearing glasses. Found a very old pair of glasses while I was tidying. Anyway, yes. Don't feel it needs the dry brush, but we'll see. Oh, okay.
What comes after the Amanda?
Zedmanda? Zamanda?
Bemanda?
No. Bamanda? Beamer
Banana.
Banana.
I flocked up. Hold on a sec. 248. I did.
Have you?
Yep, I closed a tab too many.
Oh, you suck. So we're looking at that one. We can look at
No.
that one. We can always
Oh,
go back. You can click the link I put in there.
Yeah, I clicked the link
But
you
that,
put in there, and now.
oh man, look, it even fucking opened.
Yeah.
What? Say what?
And now I have things to show. What? It chart pirate? IT chart pirate?
Yes. I mean, it's probably something from like one of those cartoons that the kids like.
So, a paying member. Never heard that name before, but then again. Nice little transfers.
Yep. Although his transfers are new transfers, which means they don't have the shield boss section punched out in the center, so he's having to do that all himself.
Oh no.
It is for Saga. Yes. So this is he got the Matt Bickley set of Vikings from Footsore who are all leaping, dancing and skipping, being all that they can be. And it's quite a nice little I wouldn't say guide, but it's a nice look at both Bickley's stuff and how quickly you can put a warband together for Saga. Just lean into the use of things like the shields from Little Big Man Studios, or are they just called Vitrix now? Now they've been taken over. I don't know. I should check that. Anyway, the shield transfers just to really give that pop color. Obviously, for people playing along at home, those shield rims shouldn't be metal. They should be leather. But, you know, let me away with that. Still a Little Big Man. Okay, nice.
It's
Nice,
artistic
nice.
freedom, I guess.
Sure. If you must be. But I really like the look of them. It's a nice paint job across the 40-ish models. It's a bit less. It's like 30 odd. But you've got your Warlord in there. And I don't know if his Warlord is one of the old Wargames Foundry ones, because he looks fucking massive. I swear I've seen that before, but I don't know where, because I don't think it's a Beckley one. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. But he just seems so robust. Look at the size of that fucker. There's big pagan rust like leggings on him. Fucking can't. Anybody else want to see Saga Projects? Oh, Saga Projects would be amazing. Doros, we should get more of those.
I'd like to see a Saga battle report.
I mean, filmed one last year with Lloyd.
I didn't want to touch on wounds.
It's not a wound for me. I can't remember who I told it to. It may have been in a Etlercast, or it might have been while we were sitting in the bar at UKGA. It was just going, there's a full battle report has been filmed, and Lloyd took it away to start seeing if he could actually sort it out so that people could see the battle boards and everything else. And the only way we could film it was to have the battle boards side on with the camera above. So then he's had to cut them, flip one image, and then like add a skew on it to make up for the fact that it was, skewing in the wrong direction to try and make them look flat. And he's going into what I think is too much detail. I don't think people will give a fuck if you just go, oh, this battle board doesn't look perfectly rectangular because it's been taken from a camera above the middle, and so it's slightly narrow at the other end. But he has started, and this is what happened. We spent, I don't know how many hours setting up and taking. He wanted like coloured photos of the forces and stuff, so he could cut them in and all the rest. And it got very in depth, and I don't think we'll ever see that ever.
So he went into very high detail mode, and
I mean, as is his want in life.
Maybe has bitten off more than he can chew.
Oh no. I mean, 100% he could do it. It's just if he'll ever get it finished in with all the other work he has to do, or what's much more likely, there's Big Pants Boy, it'll just get buried, and because it's just something in the background that he was toying with, you may never see that. So,
that
it's
would
good
be a shame.
I mean, also the fact that I absolutely fucking sandbagged him. Spoilers. As he pointed out, you know the rules to this game, Gerry. Oh, yes, I do.
Maybe a little bit. I can cheat you.
Yeah. Well, there was some of that where it was like, well, you could do that, Lloyd, but you'd be better off doing this and this, because then it'll give you like double the dice, or it'll give you some other bit, because the order of operations for abilities to be triggered has an impact. So, if you trigger an ability that gives you bonus dice after you've triggered an ability that doubles your dice, then you double and add. If you do them the other way around, you'll add and then double the bonus dice as well. So everything has a specific order of operations to get the best out of it. And I knew that for the Irish and went right fucking through him. It was good.
You had a bit of a fun time.
No, man, that's not how that works. That's not how that works for Lloyd at all. Because he'd watch it and go, they're not doing it, so we really should be doing it. I mean, you do it well. What sets us apart? Doing that. So it's good fun.
Sadly, I can't find the entryway he tells where the big leader guy comes from.
I think you passed it on the middle page. In fact, if I could be arsed scrolling down, which, I will now, since I'm not talking currently. Because it is entirely possible it is just another Beckley one. He just looks fucking massive compared to all the other cants. Tormod, he's called, apparently. Yeah, I think he's just another Beckleyer. His old Tormod there. maybe he's just up on bricks.
Or
That's why he looks so massive.
Yeah, that's possible. If only there was a way. If that,
I mean, you know,
communication, talking
do.
hard.
I think so, Steve. There are so many fly-by-night people who do Saga battle reports, and it's good not to have those sometimes to separate and differentiate us.
But does it?
Might do. You don't know. You're not the boss of me. Ray Darcy from Kildare.
That is very much true. If I were the boss of you, I would be business daddy, and then I would have many more things to play with.
Ugh. Never be my real dad. Fuck you, business daddy. But yeah, I mean, the big thing to take away from that is 1 month. 1 month to paint a basic warband. 4 points.
That's some level of determination.
Yeah. Boom. Boom. Warrior.
And 40k battle reports are, don't give them ideas.
Yeah, don't give me any ideas. Although, to be fair, I wouldn't listen to that one anyway.
Would you play a version of either Rogue Trader or 40k second edition?
Yeah, maybe. Rogue Trader would be good because it would really confuse people. The last time we played Rogue Trader at a mate's house, I was up against Eldar and Space Marines, and I deployed onto the table a unit of 24 Roman Legionnaires. Because strength modifies armor saves. So just ran up and started stabbing people and punching them and going, your Space Marine armor saves down to a 4. But I've got 5 times the amount of people that you can't have with your powered armor saves. Ah-ha-ha-ha.
Can you imagine the confusion on the looks of modern day Games Workshop fanboys?
Yep. It's good. It's good times.
Oh, I just imagine them screaming at the screen. No!
I wanted to wash metal minis. I was running out of white vinegar. What's a good alternative? Anything I wash gets done with a toothbrush and fairy washing up liquid. And then they just get rinsed under the warm tap afterwards to make sure it's all off. So, that being said, I do, if I've got a particularly stubborn mold release, you can default to a nice bicarbonate of soda toothpaste. It's got a good amount of grit in it. If you've got resin that really is objecting to paint going on it, toothpaste is your friend. The important thing is just to make sure you always wash off whatever you've given it a wee gaff into. Sif works well. Yeah, Sif's semi-abrasive as well. So any of those. These days, I can't be arsed with metals. Not from a collecting/painting point of view. I can't be arsed washing metals. By the time I finished cleaning them with wire wool and everything else, there's very little mold release on them. The top layer's fucking gone. So anyway.
Yeah. So
Skulls of our enemies, you say? You looking ahead, can't you?
Is this the correct project now? Potentially Undead Horde? Yes.
Should be. Oh, the Rogue Trader targeting from the old vehicle manual, 2d10 template. You just side on view, you're going, oh, there's the ammo, we'll put it there, but the ammo's quite near the back. So chances are I'm going to miss to the rear of the vehicle, or you just go dead center, hope that your scatter stays somewhere inside and hits something of value. It really made fucking Eldar, specifically Eldar Wraith Lords / Eldar Dreadnoughts, as they were known in the day, a real bastard, because they were such narrow-limbed little fucks. I can't hit them. They're all fucking spindly and floppy. Tits. Absolute tits.
I do remember that I've seen a few days ago somebody posted a to-hit chart for Land Raider. That was weird. The side-on view.
Side on. Yep. So shooting at a Tyrannid Carnifex. It used to use the same template, the Screamer Killer.
It reminded me a wee bit of how you assign damage to a BattleTech mech.
Yes. Very similar. Except with your BattleTech mech, it's entirely random. With the template, because you laid it down and moved it yourself, you could aim for a specific thing and hope that you got really lucky on the dice that it didn't move.
Look, we have Oathmark miniatures and 3D printed miniatures.
Yes. And some vampires from Games Workshop. And not quite as impressive these days now that I don't know that Lovecraft is a cat. But I imagine at some point that avatar thing will be sorted out by Tom when he's finished hitting his head off the wall. At which point, no opposable thumbs again.
Look. Does any of these Skelly Bobs I ordered come with bases?
No.
No?
No, they come on puddles. Yeah, it'll be the same as your Wallad ones. I don't think they... Well, they might come with bases, actually, because they were reboxed for Warlords of Erwan. So they might come with...
They have bases.
Yeah.
Small ones.
Oh, 20 mils. They're not small. They're perfectly adequate. Bye.
I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying they're small.
Basically.
Go to Max. Do you have bases? If not, I'm very angry.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, an individual 20 mil base is not scoring high points for me. I've got a bag of 20 mil bases there, and I don't even know where the fuck they came from.
Bases, but big. 25.
I genuinely don't know where they came from or why they're even on my desk. Anyway.
Maybe somebody else complained about not having bases and you wanted to send them.
No, I mean, these days most things get based for Kings of War, so those are my bases. There you go. There's 40 bases right there. I know it looks like 2, but I swear to God, that's 40. Bosh. Bish bash bosh. Seriously need to tidy my desk up. It's fucking WoW fun. American War of Independence, for fuck's sake.
You say that. I did that yesterday because I couldn't find shit on this table anymore and I was getting really annoyed.
Couldn't find any reasonably priced bases for your Mac, oh dear.
Just use old CDs.
That's true. Don't use old CDs. Buy a new CD. They'll be so thankful to actually get a sale on CD. It probably won't cost you very much.
That's very much true.
It's because you're not allowed to have tiny Indian boys anymore, Amanda. In the old days, you could have your jam boy to keep the flies off you. And now you can't. So you have to get around it by just putting some shit on your desk. Keep the flies
He has a wow
off you
stick.
and all that. Wow.
Wow stick goes.
Is that what the drill is?
Yeah, that's the tiny stick. Why they called it the wow stick, I don't know.
It looks like hexed lichen as far as the color goes, but I don't know if it is actually that one. Which is Vallejo 72.015. I don't think they've changed the numbering for it. But that would be my guess. It's that, and then highlighted with possibly some form of bone to make it lighter.
Dragon.
Yeah, apparently, Dave, I'm not allowed to put jam on them. Jam boy. We used to have a jam boy in GW Belfast.
Why are you not allowed to put jam on Shay?
Something about human dignity, or I've stopped listening, to be fair, when they were explaining it to me.
He talked back to you. What about that?
I mostly ignore whatever he says, to be fair. He knows he's going to get it.
Revenge!
Rewenge.
This little fella is very talented on his undeads.
It's a nice little undead army coming together.
In,
And one of the
indeed.
things, I mean, we talked about it originally when we looked at the skeletons months ago. The rusty mix of orange and brown pigments on the bases really does have a distinctly, it's the best way. It's a distinctive color scheme, a distinctive base that runs throughout all of the miniatures, which is very easy to replicate because you're just applying pigments, but at the same time doesn't look like it's just tedious repetition because the pigments sit in their own sort of unique way. So you get the color palette there with the dried grass and the rocks, and then those pigments, and it just has this really cracking look. Very different from your usual chocolate brown, dry brush, plague brown that you see an awful lot. As a very naturalistic, ruddy affair. It's good. It's good times.
I'm not afraid to ask, but I think I know the answer. What base size should I use for my Skellyburbs?
20 mil square.
Thank you for that answer. I anticipated that.
You would be incorrect to use anything else.
Would I?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. Just
Any thoughts for 6 mil Tuscan Raiders? Well, I mean, right off the bat, Dave, whenever you base them, you're going to have to do them in single file to hide their numbers from your enemy. So I don't want to see any Tuscans side by side in a broad frontage. Other than that, go nuts.
Just have a long strip.
Yeah, Jamie, it's a really, really nice project. I love what he's done. I mean, the palette is obviously very minimal for a lot of it, but even for the most minimal, the just the basic skeletons themselves, the basing just does so much heavy lifting for them. And then obviously with the Graveguard or the Vargeists or GW's horrible ghouls, some of the worst ghouls I've ever seen made in plastic, they still look really cohesive as a unit. They'll be based as a gun position to attack pod racers. Oh, okay. Huh. So are you looking for them then, Dave? Or because my thought would be, if you can't find Tuscan Raiders, is just find 6 mil Afghans from the colonial Afghan wars, because at 6 mil, all people are going to see is rags with Jazils, which is all you need for Tuscan Raider sniping at people.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even bother looking for actual Tuscan Raiders in 6 mil.
I think Taurus had a source for 6 mil Star Wars figures at one point, though I don't remember if they had actual Tuscan Raiders in it. He blames Ben for putting the idea of pod racing into Gaslands.
No, I don't fucking say. Did I ask for Sikh or Indian mutiny, you absolute bellends? How racist is that? Can't tell the difference between Indians and Afghans. Fuck you, Google. Fuck you. I'll have a nosy about later on, but I'm guarantee you there'll be Afghans out there that will do the job. Did they have banthas as well? Yeah, you know, more or less. They certainly had camels. Do you need banthas? I would get the Afghans first, then worry about the banthas after.
So, after vampires comes, we were talking about them earlier, Romans that go to the
Gladiators,
house,
obviously. Romans, they, as you say,
plus
go
Warcraft.
to the house.
Have you looked up odd usernames on purpose today?
No. It's just how my life goes, man. I just go into I've managed, because obviously I've not been here for a few weeks because of the UKGE. Does anybody want to guess how many unchecked fucking project entries I have?
732.
I got it down from 1,478.
Jesus Christ!
It's now only 1,311 entries for projects that I follow. This is why I should never take time off.
Have you ever considered just hitting the mark red button and come back later?
Then I might miss something like this guy's arena, which he's doing for Sons of Mars, the gladiatorial game. Now, he's doing it with ones and zeros. I personally think when you get to the very last picture, i.e. the first ones he put in, I think he should have actually just left it as is. He didn't actually need to go out there and start painting it. But, you know, it's a bit different. Look at the people up there waving and stuff.
Ooh, that's striking color.
Yes, isn't it though? Shouldn't he
Ooh.
just have kept that? I mean, to be fair to the Romans, that's probably closer than his plain grey one, which is how, you know, it's that marble statue thing. Ooh,
Yeah.
all Roman statues are bare marble colour. Nah,
No,
they were
they're
all
not.
garish as fuck.
Scarily bright colored.
Yeah. So I think he should have stuck with that. But I'm going to point him in the direction of Pete / Panzer and the delightful Dickie Boyd with his stuff, just so he can go. Look at the poor bastard in the middle there.
This is like tasting some weird candy for the first time that all of a sudden goes very sour in your mouth and you didn't expect it.
That's true, Zoid. The Playmobil one's really nice. Obviously, that one's slightly chunkier for scale in places. This one's quite cute, although I think it's got too many grills around the bottom, but that's a minor thing. But yeah, I do think I think the addition of some color, possibly not on the inside, but on the outside.
Some
Because who
fleas.
knows? Not even flags, just, you know, painting even some decoration, stripes, something around the outside.
Yeah.
Just to lift it a bit. But I do like the fact that, apropos of nothing, he does not need that to play Sons of Mars, which is more of a gladiatorial sort of board game styling.
When you
yeah,
say he doesn't need, but
yeah,
if he feels like it, he does need it to a degree.
Yeah, so I mean, get in there. Look at them. Look at this crowd. Well, it's not exactly a thronging crowd. I'm assuming this is the equivalent of National League 4. You know, people are up the Coliseum seeing the Premier League of Gladiators, and this is the Scunthorpe.
No, this is
Halifax United of.
This is the equivalent to children's viewing of any movie in the cinema, and that's the first at the day where nobody is in except
the matinee.
Children. Yeah,
just people getting there to keep their seats for the big match later on. That makes sense. Yeah, I can live with that.
Hello, Mr. The Days. Good evening, and Soapy. Oh, Maldroth also plugged in.
I'm going to try pure foundered now. Do you know what that means, Soap? Being that you're Scottish and therefore not a million miles away. I know a lot of our words bleed back and forth. A Man City home game, that's true. Man City wishes they had that many fucking fans in the stand. Not that one. Foundered is cold. So if you're pure foundered, you're very cold indeed. Pure scundered, very embarrassed. Pure essentially means very. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, I like what he's done with that. I'm I will gently link some Dickie Boyd builds, room stuff, and some of Panzerkaput stuff as well, because I just want to see more done to the outside.
Also,
It's a
speaking
massive canvas.
Speaking of Pete, I don't know if you're watching this. Get well soon, mate.
I mean, if he's that sick that he has to stay at home and paint more Spearhead, I imagine he's probably watching us.
Oh,
Pure
one
freezing,
might
exactly.
never know. So, I had started the evening with ordinary cola, which is fine.
Oh, don't do it.
And now, I'll be adding orange. Cheers.
Oh, thank fuck for that. I thought we were going to go off the deep end there. Pure is a thing for
Well,
tanning.
technically, it's now getting mixed up and be brown lemonade in my belly.
Oh no, not your belly.
Yeah.
Don't get absolutely hammered on the inside. I don't know what this one is. Pure Founder.
Piers Oldenhammer.
It's a Belgian-style blonde beer.
Does it have
Yes.
babs?
Babs.
Boobies.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I.
Okay. Good. Yes. So, Piers continues on his quest to paint all the miniatures that have ever existed.
That's quite an adventure he's there. He's got a number 51.
I mean,
And
he's
12 hobgoblins.
halfway through a 1-to-1 scale recreation of World War II. Every now and again, he takes a sojourn off into fantasy. So there we have the big chief for his hobgobs, which is a really nice looking thing, but it's his big block of the men of the West, his Empire army for you.
Jesus Christ
Johnny
and butterscotch.
Ladies. Easy for you to say, son. Look at them. I mean, ignore the somewhat Danish flag, but look at their majesty. Every man jack of them, a delight. A symphony of, unfortunately, what appears to be Altdorf colours, but you can't have everything.
That's an army I would have gotten behind way back when. But
I would get behind it today.
Yeah, but nobody in my area is playing the Warhammer Fantasy.
Make them play it. Just punch one until they start playing. You've got fists. Just lay into them.
Speaking of playing, you didn't see that I did my first game of Frosty Grave. Did you?
I imagine it's one of the 1,311 project updates that I haven't seen yet.
I'm not sure I did a project update on that, but we did a single game, which was lovely. We had fun. I ordered the magic cards because, that was a bit annoying flipping through the book all the time. And
yes.
We will be playing again next Thursday.
So that's good.
The day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow, shit film for MTards. Have you got these ulterior motive cards?
No, only the miniature expansion. So the blister with the dingly bits.
These are, I mean, theoretically, I'm going to play Frostgrave again. So, otherwise I'd send them to you, but realistically I probably won't, so maybe I will send them to you. I don't know. This is a deck of cards that contains hidden objectives.
Mm-hmm.
So you deal out these to you and your opponent before the game starts. There's a stack of 40 of them. So you still play your scenario like normal, but then you also have an ulterior motive for being there.
Hence the title.
There's 6. I think it's 6. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yes. There's 6 physical objectives and a zombie. So there's like an arcane disc, a gateway, a pit, sarcophagus, runestone, statue, and a trapdoor, and a zombie, which you then will put on the table in different places. And all of the motives are tied to one of those, or sometimes several. So your opponent might think that you're going after the trapdoor and then try and stop you from getting there. But it turns out what you actually had to do was kill the zombie or get the zombie off the table by feeding one of your moron children to it or something. It's a fun little addendum to Frostgrave. Play some more games if you enjoy it enough that you're going to make it a regular thing. I don't know if that deck of cards is an ongoing concern, because sometimes they're not, unfortunately.
I have I just looked it up, the Ulterior Motives Red Herrings set.
The Red Herring set is the actual physical. They did a set of resin models, like a
Yeah, there are
gateway.
two sets.
Yep.
This is the second set with the grave, the trapdoor, the
Right.
arch.
Yeah, but you don't need any of those if you don't have the deck of cards to play them with. So the deck of cards is the important one, and because it's a card deck from a publishing company, that's the more unlikely thing to be in production. So
Yeah, and I don't think those cards got translated.
there's nothing on them that's particularly difficult as far as game mechanics go. So if you're playing regular Frostgrave, I'm sure you could get by with the English deck if you need to. But anyway, I digress. Something to think about if down the line you enjoy it.
Yes.
Where were we?
Hence why I bought the second box of
Cultists.
Frostgrave miniatures to buff up the range
Buff
of warriors.
cultists.
Yes.
All been working
Pennies
out.
expendable.
Also, yes.
So I'm still looking through this lovely jubbly of a project that is just...
Yeah. Oh, it's spanking. I like the fact he also has numbered them based on the old catalogue numbers from the early 80s as well. So if you're attempting to place a specific figure, you can go, oh, it was number 24 from the Empire of Western Men. Therefore, I can find it.
And he also gives the actual
and their
code.
Names, where their names existed. Look, Gunter. Nice.
I'm not saying this.
C26, the feudal, but it was F9, probably back when it was Brian Ansell's. What was it? Pre-Citadel, Asgard miniatures, because a lot of the stuff went from Asgard to Citadel, and then when Brian left the company, a lot of it went from Citadel to Wargames Foundry. I'm just taking these.
And I'm not saying that I might have a hard-on for these, but I might need a minute after the show.
Oh, I mean, they are spanking gorgeous. Look at those shields. Look at them. Now, all of you look at Piers. I think Piers is due to come up. I've got Ronnie Renton's coming over in July with some people from Mantic.
Ronnie's going to spill some beans again.
Yes, Beerway's already spilled some beans, and I can't tell anybody about what he spilled, and it's fucking really funny. Oh, it was so good, but I can't for once. And I know I sometimes say that, and then I say anyway, but I just can't, genuinely, until that one's actually out in the wild.
I really want him to be on a live stream at some point, so that he can't blame anybody else but himself.
Well, because I do the Mantic Universe podcast now. I don't know how the fuck that happened, and we had Ronnie on one Sunday night, and then there was a problem with Ronnie's connection, and he kept dropping out and hanging up and all that. And eventually we just had to go, fuck it, we'll do it some other night, Ronnie. And Ronnie couldn't do Monday, but he could do Tuesday. And because we do this on a Tuesday, it was like, I can't be in it then. So there was a whole episode with Ronnie that I completely missed. Anyway.
So you missed some beans. That's unfortunate.
Very. So Manticore Across, James Morris, he of Midgard fame, is going to come over after my long chat with him. I say long, brief, focused, tightly scripted. He's going to come over and he's writing a Clontarf scenario off the back of me going, you should do Clontarf. It would make so much sense. All the things you could do. He's going, yes, this would work for a pint-sized campaign. It's going, yes, great. So it was
So
like
you'll
I've got a
just
load of Irish and a load of Vikings. You wouldn't even need to bring anything. I just have to pull my finger out and finish painting some of them, James. And they went, it's all right. I'll paint them anyway. It's not much to bring. I'm going, fair enough, lad. For once, I don't have to sweat my balls off painting a fuckload of figures the day before. And then Warwick and Piers are going to come up and do some. Don't know what they're going to do. Soldiers of Napoleon, maybe, or Nam, or Battle Group, because there's a few things they're working on together. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Hi, Nick. I just need
hello,
to get
Mr. Nick.
the only bastard I've tied down is Ronnie. Ronnie and friends are over on the 1st and 2nd of July, and the rest we're going sometime late summer, early September. And I'm going, any of that's fine. Nobody's booked in, and I'm going, you'll have to fucking book it eventually, ladies, or you're not going to get any fucking space. And I want a holiday at some point, can't.
Speaking of holding, let's hold
Speaking
to
of
the
cats.
next. Also cats.
Oh, also cats. Speaking of
So-
cats, anybody noticed that crazy Christian is fucking following me again?
What?
Oh, the one who doesn't like me because I'm Catholic would occasionally comment on videos. He commented on the on the Death Eater terrain unboxing. 2 comments. One was, it's too expensive. You could make it yourself with craft materials, which I mean is fair enough, but a lot of people don't have the talent, skill, or time to make it out of craft materials. So, that's one of the reasons you buy terrain. And then his second comment was, where's the freedom of speech, guys, or something weird like that. I'm going, what the fuck? I mean, I know you're a fucking bellend, but where did that one even come from? It's not like I even said anything in the unboxing video, like, I can't say this type of thing. It's like, whoa, he's just a fucking lunatic.
Well, yes. Speaking of
Anyone
lunatics that are in the audience, hello, Mr. Wonky Goblin. You made some lovely little thingy-majigs.
Anyone for QCon in Belfast this weekend? No, Nick. I remember when they used to have games and not just people dressed like nine-tailed fucking foxes.
With
That
the
won't last.
emphasis being on fucking?
Yeah, well, probably. So the Wonky Goblin, anybody who's, I mean, fuck it. If you don't know by now, either you're not paying attention or you're deliberately doing it out of badness. But Worm Food has been sculpting his own stuff, which looks delightful. They are 2 of my favourites, especially the shroom waving one. Shroomage.
And you have shown them at your
I
hall.
briefly showed what I mean. The problem is the boxes are really nice, and I'm cack-handed, and therefore opening the little small plastic boxes requires time and effort. Although I did say I'll do a proper unboxing and build, because the plan is maybe someday possibly to sell these, discuss. But I just really like them. They're just really nice. They're fun. And there must be a fucking game out there somewhere for them. Not necessarily 40k, although obviously they have a very Stormboy adjacent feel to them.
I feel that seem to remember there was an actual goblin-driven mech kind of skirmishy game last year or so, but I can't for the life of me remember
Probably.
what it was.
There's stuff out there everywhere. I mean, you can't turn around without some sort of game appearing. But even things like, what's the one? I'm going to call it Gits because I can't remember. By Gaslands guy. You can't see that because I'm looking up there. Mike Hutchins.
Yep.
The one about all the drunk orcs. Oh, fuck it. These guys would do for that. I just, you have a game for them. Ooh, Space Gits. See, I was halfway there, Nick. I got the Gits part. Get in there, McCabe. Fucking absolute legend that you are. But yeah, I mean, from the initial renders we've seen to here's my first attempt at printing the little bastards off, and you're going, that's all really nice. And then the mech came along. I was like, holy shit balls, that's great. I don't even care if there's a game for them. It's so extravagantly wah. It's a little bit woo. It's by Dutch.
What
It's
never
easier.
changes.
It's just really nice, and shows a level of dedication and commitment to the task of putting it together.
And learning 3D sculpting along the way.
Yeah. I mean, I assume 3D sculpting is super simple. It's like cut and paste or something. I don't know. I have a clue.
Good night, Dutch. But speaking of Space Kids, I'm still waiting for that funny lad to actually get the Pledge Manager working so I can order my Judge Dredd.
Judge
legally
Dredd.
distinct. I want that.
I mean, it won't be long. Won't be long. The Zaphod Evil Grot is great. That's great for two reasons. One, we all like Hitchhiker's Guide puns because we all like the Hitchhiker's Guide. And two, he's used the correct Zaphod Bibelbrox, i.e. the one from the TV series and not that fucking abomination from that terrible fucking film.
Dear AI, please make me an STL and stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how that works. It makes sense.
The scary part is I'm pretty sure somehow that'll work on a very odd level.
You like the film, Soap? You like the film more than the TV series, or you just like the film?
Well, I have to confess.
You think very carefully about that.
I liked the film, but I really loved the series.
Oh, the series was so much better.
And I like the film because they actually paid homage to the series on more than one occasion.
Did they?
Yeah, there's one scene where the crew is somewhere in the waiting line and the... what's his face again? The sad robot, the original from the TV series.
The original Marvin?
Yeah, is waiting in queue.
Right. Oh, there you go. The pictures were better on radio. That's true, Zoid. Lest we forget.
The biggest thing
radio
I missed
TV book
with the movie was actually the little animated sequences of the actual.
Oh, the actual book itself.
Yeah, those were great.
I mean, it's such a quintessential part of the story. Be it book, radio, or TV series, how they left it out is beyond me. But hey ho.
The sad
doors. I should buy those. Tangent Miniatures does a really nice set of them. The original crew / cast. Zaphod, Trillian,
Crooked Dice that do them
Ford.
over also?
I've never seen them.
Oh no, Heresy Andy does a variety of some of them. I think.
It's not beyond the realms of possibility. I'm telling you though, Tangent. Just go to Tangent. I was going to hold the card up there, but I don't know where I put it. Somewhere. Tangent Miniatures. Anyway, so
yes, Mr. Wonky Goblin Worm Food UK, nice one. Keep at it.
Yes. It's a brave new world, they tell me. All these ones and zeros.
Yeah, and if you're afraid that somebody from, let's say, Temu is stealing your STLs, then just stick with selling the printed versions and don't worry about delivery times. People
tell people to fuck off. I think Jamma Scott was right. If you caught that in Discord, the guy Seventh Son has done he hired maybe Paul Hicks actually to do sculpts of about half a dozen miniatures, really, really nice sculpts, but he only produces them in limited numbers, then opens an Etsy shop, puts them up, and then when they sell out, and then he closes the Etsy shop, and then 6 months or 8 months down the line, he opens it again. Obviously, he could put the STLs out, but then they're fucking out there, and then some gypsy bastard from Temu will have them all over the place.
Or like the fellow where you got your Indians from.
Yes, well, he only casts whenever he comes back to Italy.
Yeah, that's a valid point. Just put that front and center on your shop. Say, these are getting made when I have got time. If you don't have time to wait, don't buy.
Yeah, don't buy them.
Simple as that.
He's got new stuff. I should buy his new stuff. I don't even know where the last Indians are. They're certainly not fucking built or painted.
Have they arrived?
Oh, fucking ages ago. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're down there. There's like a stack of boxes down there. Anyway,
Yes. I think
could you imagine a Terry Gillingham hitchhiker? That would be fucking madness.
Oh god, that probably would melt brains.
Brain meltings. Shall we move on
Yes.
to the historic enemy of worm food, Scribs? I've hit enter twice. Why have you not fucking entered that into the chat? You can't.
There it is. Scripts. Scripts incidental diversions. Somehow
Yes.
these heroes look like they went into the washer for too long.
Oh, with trunks. Trunked. Spent £50 at Tiny Furniture to make up for buying knockoffs from Temu. Oh, well, that's very decent of you. Very decent of you. I've never bothered going anywhere near Temu or Alibaba or any of those. I just can't. I mean, I know people keep going, oh, you can get so much and it's so cheap. So I just.
Yeah, the trouble is you can also get a lot of crap and not getting your money back. Because they don't care.
That's why the EU brought in their new legislation. Go, ooh. Save us from them all. But yes, these are, look,
Tiny
Squirrel
Fighting
Knight.
Men.
These are tiny fighting men from Jamie Tranter. And yes, the squirrel rampant is because of me, apparently. So I'm fucking taking that. He said it once. He said it in front of people where other people could see it. And I'm 100% claiming that then. I think it was because I was constantly banging on about his whatchamacallit, his polls.
He's got nuts.
And when they were doing the dwarves and they were trying to think of a heraldic animal that could go on a dwarf, he suggested squirrel because I'm always all over his fucking Facebook squirreling away. But I mean, this is a really nice set of dwarves. I've no fucking clue what I'm going to do with mine. Absolutely no clue. Like so many things I bought. Could do that, sure. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But certainly I could do that. He is working on a set of elves now as well. Racist wood elves.
So he starts with humans, goes dwarves, and now elves. So he's got a very...
Well, he went Polish World War II, and then he went fantasy dwarves, and then fantasy elves. And it is literally Jamie just going, what shit would I like if I can get a sculptor to make shit for me? I always really wanted a classic 4th/5th edition dwarf army. This is Jamie talking out loud, by the way, through me. But I couldn't afford one when I was a kid. Therefore, now I'm going to get somebody to make me the dwarves I've wanted. And Scribs has done beautiful work on them. I mean, not beautiful from the point of view, he's not fixed the fucking mold line on that knight's helmet, mind you, which runs right through the middle of the visor. And I can't not see that. But the paint job around that is cracking. I really like, especially things like the Maiden of the Lake Bretonian style lady. I mean, because that is Louis Launkert. Look at it. I mean, there's a bit of mold slippage there, which
that's bad.
It's not so bad that you couldn't have fixed it. Or if you're not up to fixing it yourself, just go, oh wait, Jamie, there's really bad slippage on this. I want another one, and he would have sorted you out, mate. I'm just saying. But anyway.
Yeah, but I must say that's one mold line I would have tried to mend myself.
I mean, that's why God invented
and I
triangular
usually don't
files.
care for mold lines, but that's...
Yeah, if you want a tiny Bretonian warband who are also dwarves for Mordheim, well said, Donald. Then this is the way to go. Look, he's even got a wizard. A wizard! Go, dwarf wizard, go. Only Games UK.
Yes. Scripts, you talented bastard.
Why not, Nick? Why not just do what my brother does, which is order everything to my fucking house and then come up once a month and pick the bastard stuff up without paying any duty? That's what he does. Can't. Looks like Ewok in drag. Harsh.
Could you just put a big...
Oh, you don't mean Ewok Kebab. You mean the actual guy who played an Ewok, like Wicket, Warwick Davis.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, just checking. I mean, it probably does look a bit like Ewok, but it's difficult to tell with the beard whether or not his cheekbones are that high. The McCabe sorting office. It's not a sorting office I particularly like to have, Nick, but yeah, I seem to get at least 3 vinyls a week.
Well, you could just put out a big mail delivery box for your brother in the porch, and then have them stuff it all in there and not care.
Makes no odds. No, because I've got to open every now and again it goes, I've got to give feedback on the seller or check if that's broken or not, or that should have arrived last year. It's finally fucking here. You open up and check what's in there and make sure it's all okay. So, no, I can't even just dump the stuff and wait for him to come and get it. I've got to put more time and effort into it than the shit I have myself. An outrage. Outrage. Anyway, so yeah, I like Scrib's work on the dwarves.
Yeah,
And they're really, really nice fucking models as well. Really nice.
They are, indeed.
Even the little pony. I don't know where the little pony... Oh, he's not painted the little pony. Maybe he hasn't got a little pony. There's a little pony, like Bill. Little pack pony covered in shit.
Oh no. Poor pony.
So we'll have to keep an eye out for that in the future. Squirrel Knight.
Squirrel!
That's the one.
Is he hiding purchases from a partner? That's why he...
See, oh, to be fair, Anderson, his fucking husband, despairs at the amount he fucking spends on vinyl.
I'm pretty sure that's a side effect, a positive one. To
Yeah.
Sending...
Oh, but then they come up together and spend a day. I have to fucking feed the fuckers, so cook, feed them, and then they collect a massive bundle of stuff. And
you distract his husband, and he all the while he puts stuff in the back of the car.
Fuck you, Ewok. Don't you even. Why the fuck would you? What? I swear to God, I will cut you. We're not even going to look at this project now. Just close it.
I'm just imagining this is turning into some kind of sandpit fighting between toddlers. One going, "I'm going to cut this all around now."
Chill. No witnesses. I'll never make it to trial.
The judge will just beat us with his stick and say, "Get the fuck off my lawn."
So, this is one we haven't been to in a little while.
Yeah, it looks like a dormant project.
It's not dormant, it's more super fucking completed while we weren't around paying attention to him. So, it started off with the Pacific stuff, I think. No, started off with Western Front, then went Pacific. So you got Japanese and Americans and blah 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 blah, and now into the Eastern Front with an absolute fuck ton of Russians. And I really should just take this picture and just show it to John and Justin and Shay, any of those. Joey, look, people are banging out armies in months. Here's 30 days worth of an entire force from one guy, or here's a fucking Soviet force in a couple of months with a battle report.
And he's not even getting paid to do it.
Yep. Sit the fuck down and build me stuff, cunts. Build me stuff. By the way, the Vitrix Germans are gorgeous, but an absolute fucking pain in the hole to put together. Yes, Nick, it is. Look at them running across a little frosty wasteland. Just in time for Conflict 47 relaunch to come out. You can just ignore the historical accuracy. Ewok and drop in some sort of bear men with hatchet faces and giant walker crab machines and stuff.
Mr. Keybob, what did you use as a snow effect?
Oh, it's real snow. He just keeps that room at about
Very
minus
chill.
-5 at all times. That's good times.
That would be an actual
I mean, it's
way
one way of doing
to
it.
play the game.
It is a really nice snow effect.
That
It's
would
almost
blend the edges between wargaming and reenactment.
almost as nice as my snow effect. And I don't think you can buy my snow effect anymore, and therefore I'm very loath to use it on anything unless I know it's 100% complete, because I won't be able to replicate it. So, shame. There's a very short Gerry can on snow effects if you want to know more. Oh yeah, never soap, never.
It's his
my
own
own
blend
blend,
of basic
yes.
materials and urban rubble. Yeah, so
But
what
what
did you
did you use
as
for the white
actual
stuff?
snow?
Is it
Or-
crack cocaine?
Or Dandraft?
Oh, he has head and shoulders. Photos of snowy ground. Who the fuck did that? Somebody did, not specifically snowy ground, but they took a highly detailed, realistic picture of like dirt, of like ground cover, and then printed out on like photographic material and used it as basing for terrain and stuff. I have seen that done, Nick, and it was fucking remarkable how well that worked.
And you know how you can make that even work more if you have a big enough picture that you can make your own map from it, because then you would have fitting bases to a map.
Well, I mean, you could, if you bring the picture down to a printer, they can probably do it for you. But yes, yeah. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, it's a remarkable project, as Ewok said in the about the project bit. Historical gaming, I've voted like the plague, mate. All those gatekeepers, no thank you. Army painting takes me too long. I have enough to do with Stargrave. And then all of a sudden he has
Bolt
4?
action.
Yeah, but not just bolt action. It's like 4 massive bolt action armor. It's not like I've got the bare minimum to throw bolt action force on the table if I'm playing a friend. It's like I've got enough to play multiple games at different scales. He could split those fucking armies and still have enough for a sizable force. He's gone wrong. It's
It's
impressive.
the equivalent of getting your first shot free and then you're hooked.
War games, scenics, and some geek gaming stuff.
My shopping list grows ever longer. Please, let's venture on to the next project before this gets more expensive for me.
Yes.
I shouldn't.
Well, this one isn't going to get expensive. This one's just here for the. We're just here for the miniature porn, to be brutally honest. For
Oh
this
no!
One.
Not prawn, please.
Now, this is complete. Hutch's table. I need you to go down, down, deeper and down, as the quo said. Our objective is to reach the bottom of this page. Whether you want to go to the bottom first and work up, or just work your way down. But I don't want you to drift off when you get bored. Ignore that. It's a Facebook video. Nobody knows how those work. It is his interior lit shots that we're going to start to see. So from the sort of row of pictures above where you're at, this is the stuff Hutch has been working on for his. I'm just going to make the world's most fantastic board ever. Cunts. And
you can't stop me.
And then he spat like a gypsy after he said that, I think. There's a particularly amazing shot of a carriage all lit up, which just is, it's fucking amazeballs. And I mean, you could play your games of Last of the Summer Wine and stuff on these streets as well.
Oh, gods.
Bam, 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 bam. The lit carriage is the dog's bollocks. Now those lights aren't on, which is probably a hazard, but there's a picture of a lit carriage. Might not be on this page, might be on one of the others, so people will just have to visit this project themselves and go through all 3 pages of it. But just the lit carriage is in here. and he's just turned all the other lights out, and it's just rocking its way through fucking Highgate, trying to avoid any of these robbing bastards. I mean, this is pure sex.
Yep. I did mention that I need some time after the stream for myself. This project is going to be sticky.
Look at it. It makes me want to play. I may just want to buy some Highgate miniatures, actually.
And the only thing that keeps me from being very happy at this very moment is the
Stripes.
horrible print lines that are raising their very ugly heads at times.
Ah, well. That's how it goes. Run, runner. It's like that film, The Phantom Raspberry Blower of Old London Town. That was serialized in the two Ronnies. We all do it. It was great. Come on. Need to get to the fucking carriage. Go up. No, not that carriage. The completely darkened carriage. There you go. I mean, look at that. It shows you him stuffing all the electronics into it and wizardry. On one of the other pages, it's like, I've printed out a carriage, and now I'm going to get like 15 feet of cabling and stuff and hide it upside a horse's backside.
Yeah, that's...
But I love that, because with all the other lights out, you could just imagine it rattling down the street. He's just missing a wee fog machine just to blow some fog around the feet of the things.
And I feel there needs to be Discworld Death sitting in the corner somewhere, just looking.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, he's a talented bastard. And it's shocking that he moved all the way to Australia to stop me stealing his stuff. And
he went to the colonies.
Fucking fled like a bat in the night. Oh, there's several pictures in there, Nick, if you go to the project. From Miniatures Eye View, like down at ground level, looking through gateways down the street into another gateway and stuff. There's some amazing pictures. His photography is almost as good as mine.
The thing is about this whole board when it's set up, and he's in Australia. There might be critters taking.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh
well, yeah. Obviously, curbs and flags would set it off massively. I ever tell you about Australian friend of mine who came in to find that a load of stuff had been knocked over on his game. He was playing a game of 40k, guard against something, and they'd set the game up, started playing it, finished for the day, left it setting up in his games room, and then he came in the next morning and miniatures had been knocked over and pushed and fallen about place, and he couldn't work out what it was. And then later on that day, is it called a huntsman spider? It's like that size. It's like the size of your hands.
That's the one.
Was living under the table and had come up and had scuttled across the table, knocking little fucking Imperial Guardsmen everywhere. I was just sitting there. I fucked off again. I was going, yep, that's a thing.
Burn it. Hans, get the flamer. Get the heavy flamer.
Worth that flamming, huh? Worth all that flamming. But yeah, I mean, if people just want
Huntsman Carnifex.
It may be Nids who's playing against, but maybe I'm just projecting that because of the thought of a giant fucking huntsman.
That would be the most hilarious thing ever if he actually played Nids and the spider was just thinking of them as enemy.
Friend, lover.
Lover.
Come in to find a huntsman.
Sex dolls.
Hell for leather, a Carnifex. You just, at that point, you would just go, it goes, no, I don't need that in my army anymore. You do you, son. You do you.
Slightly abused Carnifex for sale.
Yeah. Yeah, if anybody ever wants to feel good about themselves, just visit that project. There's 3 glorious pages of absolute insanity. And as far as I remember, I think he said we're all invited round whenever we want to play. So if any of you are in Australia, just nip round.
Yeah, and
play a game of something.
try to nick a part of the gaming table and bring it to Gerry.
Yes. Fuck, if people visit him and if everybody just steals one piece, I could slowly reassemble it here.
So
It
basically,
would be.
we're doing the British Museum thing, yes?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, it's more like Johnny Cash has a song called One Piece at a Time. You ever heard it?
Could be. I could.
It's about his dad worked at a Cadillac plant, and he decided he was going to get himself a car, and so he'd steal it one piece at a time. Most of the time, he'd smuggle it out in his lunchbox. But by the time he actually got it all assembled and brought his wife out to see it, and it was like, what is it? It's a 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74 automobile, because it's just like one fin on one side, no fin on the other, double headlight, because he just had to steal it over years and put it together. So I imagine it's something like that. Anyway,
lovely.
so yes, this is our plan, is to remove that from the Antipodes and bring it to me, where I shall never have any painted miniatures to play on it. Hypocrite, have this lovely painted table and all my miniatures be unpainted, running around the place, some without arms, because it's me.
Yeah, the only thing that is redeeming in my brain is that he actually has to set the thing up every now and again if he wants to use it.
I don't think that's a major issue in the grand scheme of things.
Isn't it?
No, I think he's got his shit together as far as remember his fucking movable labyrinth game?
Oh, yes, please don't. No. Next project.
Yeah.
I'm getting
he's got the space, got the technology. Look, this guy's from Northern Ireland. He's from
Glen.
Cody Rani.
Is he?
Yes, like where we're from, or somewhere close anyway. So yeah, that's true. So much space. There's nothing there. The middle of it's fucking empty. You can always just extend towards the middle. Nobody will complain. Glenn's project is allegedly Age of Sigmar. However, as we'll see after the racist Wood Elves, there are some non-racist fantasy things coming in. There are, yes, badgers. Spoilers. But yeah, the burrows and/or the badgers. A very red wall feel to things. I'm not sure how this passed us by last year. I imagine it's probably because I was drinking and therefore skipped it. But the shocking thing is, considering John, Shay are a thing at the club and Glenn comes into play at the club, the fact that they've never played Burrows and Badgers surprises me. Maybe they are unaware that he has the Burrows and/or the Badgers. And I shall therefore use this as an opportunity to let Shay know that he has a potential competitor in the furry world of Burrows and Badgers, especially since I give them the 2nd edition rulebook. Well, there you go. Because I don't play this game, you guys can have it. I do have squirrels though, so maybe I should take that book back.
Has Shay in fact finally assembled his armies of the other games?
Which one?
Russians?
Pick one. Russians? I don't know if he's got Russians.
No.
He has some Russians.
I had a brain fart. No, I don't mean the Russians. I mean the ones from the American War.
American Civil War?
Yes.
Well, thankfully they don't need assembled because they are 6 mil. But I will tell you this, he's been bitterly complaining that he didn't have any artillery. And I pointed out that...
You have given him the artillery.
I bought him an army. So somebody sent us a ton of infantry and some cavalry. And then on top of that, I bought a Confederate starter army and went, there you go. Here's... Oh, your timeout has occurred. That's unfortunate. Here's your Confederate army, which contained slightly less cannons than my Union force. But they were the 2 starter armies, Confederacy and Union. So I'm going, I've got all my cannon. I give you the army. You have them somewhere.
And you also
So,
had the bases, didn't you?
I bought the bases and gave him the bases as well. I literally put an army in his hands and went, there you go, you may now get to painting. And then I told him how he needs to paint them. Here's how you should paint them. Here's the quickest way for you. Spray them Halford's grey and give them a fucking light brown wash and a dry brush if you need to, and move on with your life, son. I did all these things for him, and he can't fucking finish the Force. I mean, it's not Path of Conquest levels of terribleness, but it's up there.
It's close.
Osher website has died for him. Well, it's, yeah.
Yeah, it died
Warren-
for me as well.
Warren's asked Tom to add a load of functionality and features and stuff to it, which obviously Tom whimpered when that happened.
Yeah,
So
my
I imagine that's happening.
power bank has died too, so my background illumination has somewhere gone. But I think we're on the home stretch, so let's press on with the last project to see what happens.
The last project, based on the way the website works, it will be the last project full time. No, you don't want a
Mr.
stable
Powell
platform
Jefferson.
that people can use, Ewok. What you want to do is add in stuff that people don't need or want or even think about, and load more and more of that on until it. You've heard of a catastrophe curve? It's like that. Anyway, this is for Star Wars Crisis Protocol. Oh, your mistake is trying to open things. Don't open things. I mean, I could tell Tom, but it is 10 to 10 at night, and I don't want to bother the lad.
It's fine.
So,
It'll just
yeah.
be.
But
It is what it is.
I'm impressed how much. I mean, there's the Mandalorian from the Baby Yoda show with Baby Yoda. I'm impressed how much has come out for Star Wars Crisis Protocol. I didn't realize they'd done a whole Return of the Jedi set from Jabba's barge.
Yeah, I think that's a rather recent addition.
No, that's end of summer last year. He's had them, so they've been
in the
kicking around
grand
for a
scheme
while.
of things, that's recent in my book.
Yeah,
So
he's done really nice work on them as well. I like the green glow he's done on look. I did it with my look from Legion, which today is the only model I've painted for Legion. Well, get there. It's one down. It's got all the others to do.
Yeah, but just
Look,
clicking
there's
at images works
bush.
fine. So it's
that's fine.
just the WordPress side that's going wonky
just,
again.
Just a wee green glaze to get the highlight. Bush.
Chop chop.
Who's there? Someone who loves you.
And just like that, he was none the wiser.
What's the better game? This or Shatterpoint? Oh, well, this is Shatterpoint. Legion's a different type of game. So as much as I like to give shade to them all the time, I can't really say which is the better. Legion is a squad-based platoon/company level game where you have multiple squads, heroes, vehicles running around. Shatterpoint is
A hero.
A hero game, so you're only going to have 6 to 10 models aside, or 6 to 10 bases, we'll say, because some of the bases have got multiple people on them, like in the Marvel game as well.
Battle droids.
Battle droids, Hydra agents, but in Star Wars Crisis Protocol, you do like mad combos. It's like playing Street Fighter EA plus Alpha Turbo Edition. It's all about chaining combos together through your little flow chart. So it's like playing a computer game almost, where you do elaborate heroic moves, compared to the Legion, which is more like a traditional war game. Obviously, the best one is to pick up a copy of West End Games D6 Star Wars miniatures game, which is sitting on that shelf up there, which is a miniatures game that just uses dice and not 5.5 million special dice, cards, measuring widgets, and shit like that. You just go, I've got tape measuring D6, then you can play this game. Fucking get in, son. Cheers.
So, do you really need to be sold on another game?
It's alligator. I mean, people like what they like. I know they've both got a lot of fans. My biggest problem is weird dice, weird measuring widgets,
Yeah.
and a fuckload of cards and cardboard tokens that follow you around like an asteroid belt, which I've never been a fan of for any of
Yeah,
those.
I can see how that can be an actual turn off for some people. I like the thematic play that you can have with Legion, especially on a skirmish level. It's very quick and dirty. Doesn't take hours.
Yeah, that was WEG as well.
The funny thing, you just mentioned the West Side Games version of Star Wars Miniatures game.
Yes.
The new board game Battle for Hoth
Yes.
is basically, I think, the third or fourth installment of a similar project. I've got the copy from 91, German copy. I think 88 is the original from West End Games.
Really?
And the
It's
author of that game is author of Star Wars Miniatures game.
interesting.
Let's see, can I find the name more quickly? And I
I could have
discovered that
turned on
on
the light.
accident.
Where's my West End games?
Paul Murphy.
Oh, you're too far away from the reach. Oh, you've got it. Okay, cool. It's so bright.
Let's go show the people at home. So there's this Mr. Paul Murphy, and he has been credited for Space Hulk 2nd Edition, Assault on Hoth, Star Wars Miniatures Battles.
Wow. Obviously, Star Wars Miniatures Battles, great. Assault on Hoth. People kept telling us that there was Assault on Hoth in like a 3-up scale at UKGE, and I walked past the area twice. Me and Shay lapped it, and then Ben was around there with Rob a couple of times. Well, obviously just Ben, theoretically, because Rob's blind. But none of us could find this 3-up version that the people from Asmodee were going, you should go and see it. We've got like this giant version of it. They're going, sure you do. Where the fuck are you hiding it?
Somewhere.
There's like a regular miniature version, the regular, what people will buy at retail in a cabinet, but then apparently there was like a 3-up imbigulated one that they were running demo games that none of us could find. So presumably it's some sort of fucking stealth cookie technology. Anyway.
Yeah, this is what my copy looks like. So, paper standees, small hex-based terrain, counters, and stuff.
Fabu. On the roof. That makes sense. Had to be
and
somewhere.
I'm almost too scared to look up at for how much these this book is going. Oh,
it can't be. No, it's not going to be that much.
Oh, just seen eBay listings for 25.
There you go. That's dead on. Get in. Wag, 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 wag. Wag, wag.
As I said before, this is getting way too expensive on my part.
Look how sexy it is. And you could use all of your Legion miniatures in it.
Yes, that's
See?
probably true.
All you need to do is just get yourself D6 and a tape measure.
I think I have one of those.
Sweet like candy. Look, there's Thrawn from the Bale and Skull show. And there's Sabine from the Bale and Skull show. And Ezra from the Bale and Skull show. He doesn't have Bale and Skull though. But Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters.
You could burn off the token. To be fair, Zoibinet, yes, Legion does come with a large supply of
Comes with a legion of tokens. Yes.
Yes, basically.
Yep, get it.
That's
funny.
Yes, it was actually. Yes.
I'm a funny guy. Shop.
That's our tightly scripted 30 minutes.
Yep, that's almost bang on. Well done, us. We're actually finishing a minute early. You're not getting a refund, people at home. Fuck yous.
Oh, speaking of refund, I must still pay for my box of frosted gravies. And
Ooh.
the wallads of Erun.
Voila.
Voila.
Did they just send them to you? Go pay us whenever they arrive because we've no idea when they're arriving. Is that how it's going? How bad it is to get stuff?
More or less.
Nice.
I don't have to pay in advance. I can order stuff and pay when the stuff arrives. Which is a dangerous proposition.
That's very clever. Is that like Klarna type of thing?
No, it's actually
That's
just... I'm receiving an ordinary bill and then I just pay my bill.
Huh. Why is there a wheel getting a Ukrainian hat?
Hmm?
You know the little people who put the hats on, people fighting for the Ukrainian cause, like the shark and stuff. They've done one on a tire. Don't know.
That's not on us.
I've just read what it is about. That's hilarious. I'll leave that one there for the people at home. Apparently an orc got his skull crushed while he was working on a vehicle. Tire rolled over his head.
That's meat cube levels of...
Oh, meat cube indeed. Good times, good times. Weirdly, halfway down that, somebody's mentioned the film Rubber, which I told Jamascat he should watch after watching Black Sheep. No more than like 3 hours ago. How weird is that? Anyway, so there you go. Sweet to the beat.
Yes, please don't send your answers on a postcard on that. We will see you again possibly next week, unless the project system is going completely on the fritz. My condolences to Tom. You're doing great work, Tom. Please don't unalive yourself.
Nice. Make hamburger country. Turkey is only good booking Rubber. Turkey was class. It was never really, well, we're not getting to it. There's a lot going on with Rubber. Anyway,
I've
got a name on your screen.
Good night, people. Bye.
Bye.